Hello everyone, my name is Kenny Cormandy from the Airgun channel, My Airgun Reviews, and today we're reviewing another pellet rifle from Gamo. Stop the presses. Kenny actually got a Gamo that works. Can you imagine that? This is the Gamo Magnum in 22 caliber. It has their IGT Mach 1 piston. Is much larger than the regular Gamo piston. This is the most powerful pellet rifle Gamo has ever made with the IGT gas piston. This gun sells for $299.99. It has a 21.3 inch rifled steel barrel. The gun overall is 48 inches in length. The gun weighs 6.88 pounds. It's advertised as having 40 pounds of cocking effort. I measured this one 3 times, and the maximum cocking effort is 49 pounds of cocking effort. The lightest reading I got through the cocking cycle was 44.5, and in between the 47 and at the stiffest point measures 49 pounds of cocking effort. The gun is fairly well equipped. It comes with a protected fiber optic front sight, a micro-click adjustable rear fiber optic sight. It comes with their recoil reduction rail, heavy duty one-piece mount. They're both dovetail, and a 3:9 by 40 millimeter adjustable objective scope. It has a very fine 30-30 reticle with no mil dots. The stock is composite, has nice grips right in here for good grip. It has a pistol grip that's very comfortable for me. It might be a little small for somebody with large hands. Their manual safety and their custom action trigger, which I found very acceptable. It has a slight raised cheek piece for both left and right-handed shooters, and their shockwave absorption pad with the removable inserts to soften it up a little bit. Overall, the gun is pretty accurate and fairly fun to shoot. It's rated at 1,300 feet per second, shooting the Gamo PBA Platinum ammunition in the 22 caliber, and rated at 1,650 feet per second, shooting 177 caliber. The gun comes in both 177 and 22 caliber. Yet they rate it at 26.6 foot-pounds muzzle energy. That's a pretty big contradiction, because 1,300 feet per second with a 9.7 grain PBA Platinum pellet would equate to 36.5 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. Yet they're only claiming 26.6 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. Using the RWS Hypermax alloy pellets that weigh 9.9 grain, I got a low of 1117, a high of 1136, an average of 1127 feet per second, extreme spread of 18.98, standard deviation 7.61 feet per second, producing an average muzzle energy of 27.93. That fastest shot was over 28 foot-pounds muzzle energy. Shooting the RWS Hobby lead pellets, 11.9 grain, had a high of 1,044 feet per second, averaging 1,035 feet per second, generating an average of 28.31 foot-pounds muzzle energy. So the muzzle energy is above their claim, yet it comes nowhere near their claim with the alloy pellets. So I think they gotta take their mathematicians and have them finish kindergarten before they start doing these calculations. The most powerful hunting type pellet was the Crosman Premier Hollow Point 14.3 grain. That had a high of 948.8 feet per second, averaging 933.3 feet per second, developing an average of 27.67 foot-pounds muzzle energy. Our most accurate pellet was the H&N Field Target 16.36 grain pellet with a high of 846.2 feet per second, averaging 841.1 feet per second, generating an average of 25.71 foot-pounds muzzle energy. The fastest shot was just over 26 foot-pounds muzzle energy. Chrome Magnum topped out at 795 feet per second, generating an average of 25.32 foot-pounds of energy, and the H&N Barracuda, which was also a very accurate pellet, at 21.14 grains. It topped out at 714.7 feet per second, producing an average muzzle energy of 23.26 foot-pounds. So the rifle does fall off in muzzle energy as the pellets increase in weight. Let's take a look at the power numbers. I'll put them up for you. Now let's take a close-up look at this pellet rifle. Okay, here's our barrel. True glow fiber optic sight. It is protected by globe, that is good. And the lack of any muzzle brake to grip while cocking. Blued steel barrel. Rear sight micro click adjustable for elevation and windage. There's our composite stock. Nice grips, comfortable. Thumb hole type stock, pistol grip, very comfortable. Slightly raised cheek piece, suitable for both left and right-handed shooters. There's a shockwave absorption pad with these removable plugs to soften it up. The green stripe indicating 22 caliber. Real good butt pad. Here's our recoil reduction rail. A little rubber bumper in there to reduce the recoil on the scope. One-piece mount. 3 to 9 power, adjustable objective, get clear reticle at both close end and farther out. There's good. I think the scope has a tendency to wander a little bit, and there you can see the width of the receiver. I believe this is like a 33 millimeter chamber versus like 29 on the others with the IGT. And overall, it's a good stock design. Okay, now you can see that it has no type of muzzle brake on it and no silencer. And this gun is quite loud. It's rated at a 4 loud, where most of them are rated at a 3 for loudness. It is a loud gun. It is not really backyard friendly. I did a little side-by-side test with the Benjamin Trail NPXL 1122 caliber, which has the Crossman's nitro piston, and it has a shrouded barrel. And I shot this one, and then I shot the Benjamin Trail NPXL, and with the camera close up, so you can listen to the difference between the two. So let's take a look at that. Okay, first Gamo Magnum shooting the H&M Barracuda 21.14 grain. Next, Benjamin Trail NPXL 1100. So you can see it's not really a backyard friendly gun, and with the 49 pounds of cocking effort and the lack of any muzzle brake or shroud on the barrel, it is taxing on your hand. After 100 shots in one day, my right hand really paid the price. It was an Advil night. So I'm not really pleased about that. For 300 bucks, they could have put some kind of muzzle brake on it at least. And as loud as the gun is, they should have just put a silencer on the end of it so you have something to grip and something to quiet the gun down, because it is quite loud. The rifled steel barrel, 21.3 inches long, the gun's pretty accurate. It did a decent job with the Crosman Premier hollow points. It was the most accurate with the H&N field targets. So let's take a look at our 20-yard accuracy test. We'll be shooting with the Gamo Magnum 22 caliber. It's a difficult gun to shoot. You gotta hold the gun tight to your shoulder and keep a firm grip on your forearm to get good accuracy. If you're relaxed on either end, your shot's not going to be accurate. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened with the Crosman hollow points, but we got 2 right in the bullseye and 3 high, and then the H&N field target. That's a real nice group. The bullseye is about the size of a quarter, and then the H&N Chrome Magnums, not a bad pattern, about an inch at 20 yards, and then the H&N Barracuda, that's about a 3/4 inch pattern at 20 yards. Not too bad. This little guy's walking around on top of my target. Well, the gun is very accurate, and the gun is also very loud. So it's, if you got raccoons raiding your trash can, if you go out to shoot them, your neighbors are going to know it. This is more of a field hunter, something to take out in the woods. At 6.88 pounds, it's light enough to carry around in the woods, no problem. It is 48 inches long, not a short gun, but that extra 3-4 inches isn't really a big deal. It's not something you're going to go out and target shoot 100 times. You're going to have to wear like a driving glove with exposed fingers for cocking it to save your hand, because that ramp on the front sight really does a number on your hand with 49 pounds of cocking effort. That is the biggest shortcoming of this gun, in my opinion. And also, I think the scope has a tendency to walk just a little bit. I adjusted it several times. I adjusted it twice during my 20-yard accuracy test because it seems to creep downward a little bit. Overall, as far as sight picture, both close in from 10 yards out, 20, 30 yards, the scope is very clear. $300, would I go out and buy this gun for myself? No, I would not. There are times where I just want to go out and target shoot, and this is not something you're going to go out and target shoot. I can do it very easily with my Trail NPXL 1100, no problem. It cocks a little easier, it has a better grip, very close in muzzle energy to this one. And my Hudson Sniper 125. It does take just a little bit more cocking effort, but you got that big silencer to grab when you're cocking it, and it really makes it easier to cock. And the gun is quieter. It's much more backyard friendly. So for $300, I think they got to do a little more to this gun. Once you got the gun cocked and the pellet in the barrel, the gun is fun to shoot. It's got a 3.5 inch. I really put this thing back just a little bit closer. Just gotta loosen these caps and bring the scope back just a little bit. It's an attractive gun, but you know, if you're one that likes both open sights and the scope, this gun delivers on both. It's got a good, comfortable stock. It's accurate. It's just not very quiet, and it's not very easy to cock. And better options out there, but the gun delivers on accuracy and energy. So if you need something that's capable of taking out a raccoon or a prairie dog or maybe even a fox raiding a hen house, gun will do the job. It definitely will do the job. That is my review of the Gamo Magnum 22 caliber. My name is Ken Cormandy, and thank you for watching.